Boundary. Don't allow them to get a 20, 25-yard chunk and get out of bounds.
They got to go 80. Down 5 with only 28 seconds to work with. Driscoll in trouble. Gets rid of the ball. Boy, I'm surprised they didn't whistle it dead. And they are. They're going to whistle it dead here. But they got to start the clock.
If they whistle it dead, they start the clock. And the clock is now started. 15 seconds.
Florida's not ready. Driscoll just recognized it.
You take a sack in that situation, the game's over.
Probably the final play. Driscoll saying, everybody go. 4 seconds left. Now a flag down, and that might end the game. That's it. So you heard the referee mixed with screams from the Miami fans that the 10-second runoff because of the penalty. Clock might have been at 0 anyway. Miami takes down Florida. Here's Al Golden with Tom.
Coach, all week long this matchup was about rivalry to outsiders looking in. But for you, it was about getting better. How would you gauge where your team's at after this win?
We fought our tails off, Tom. That's a good football team we just played. Give them credit. We fought our tails off. Our defense was on the field way too much. They fought hard for us. We made some plays in the end. And a great victory from Miami football.
You've come a long way since that Kansas State loss a year ago on the road with an immature team. What's your message to your team in the locker room after this one?
Just that they know how to play the game now. We didn't talk about the opponent all week. We talked about the process. We brought our technique to the game. Yeah, it was going to be punch, counter punch. But we hung in there and fought. We learned a lot today. I hope we grew up today, Tom.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
A lot of time we ask coaches, hey, what would a win like this mean to your program? And they say, well, it's just another game. That's not what Al Golden said yesterday. He knows the significance of this win today against in-state rival Florida.
He's fired up, sprinting down to the fans. This is what it's all about in college football. I think Al Golden hit the nail on the head. These kids from Miami grew up a little bit more today. You don't come in and play a physical game like that and force the kind of turnovers they did and play with the kind of poise at the end to seal his victory and not grow up a little bit.
Is Miami back? That's a question that many analysts will ponder over the next several days after a win against Florida. 21-16, the final score. The Canes beat the Gators in what could be the final meeting in this series.
Tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. What a win for the Hurricanes. Now you start trying to put the victory in perspective. Miami beat a top 10 Oklahoma team back in 2009, but that club didn't finish ranked. Probably the best win for the Hurricanes since they beat Virginia Tech in 2005. That was an 11-win Virginia Tech team. And they really did so, Lou, with a lot of toughness and resilience and just sort of scrapping it out, fighting Florida at times.
Well, they won the football game the way you do. Number one, they won the turnover battle. 5 turnovers by Florida, 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions, whereas Miami only had 1 interception. In addition to that, they played well in the goal line. 2 times they were inside the red zone, 2 touchdowns. Florida's in the red zone 6 times, come back with 1 touchdown. They did make mistakes, and not only that, Florida didn't save their timeouts. You just go all the way down the line, and there's no doubt Florida was probably the better football team, but not today. Miami won the football game as well as Florida lost it.
I think you have to take a step back and realize the magnitude of this victory for Al Golden and this Miami program. Under the dark cloud of the NCAA investigation, with all the problems that they've had recently the last few years, to come out and to make a statement like this, not only the ACC making a statement with Clemson and all, but making a statement at home, Miami versus Florida, in-state, what it does for recruiting, what it does for the rivalry. This is a huge victory all around for this Miami Hurricane football program.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. The NCAA should drop the case against Miami. They lost all credibility with the way it was investigated. It should be over, and that should be behind them. But what apparently is in front is a really good football team from Miami. But